Number 12, diagnosing and treating neurodegenerative disease through the microbiome. The human gut has about 100 trillion bacteria, and the gut microbial genome, or microbiome, contains 3.3 million genes. As scientists continue to explore what's in people's bellies, and this engages more researchers to study its importance, the links between the gut microflora and psychiatric and neurodegenerative diseases will become even more evident over the next decade, and so too their solutions. Researchers are now beginning to study the ways in which bacteria living in the human gut, the gut microbiota, communicate with and ultimately help influence brain health. It's suspected that diets high in fat might increase the risk for depression as well as other psychiatric disorders. The fatty diet does this, say researchers, by changing the mix of bacteria in the gut microbiome. Research findings suggest that the gut microbiome has the eventual potential to serve as a therapeutic target for neuropsychiatric disorders. Gut disturbances from altered microbiota have been linked to multiple sclerosis, a disorder of impaired myelin. Researchers have speculated for some time that the myelin degradation seen in MS is due, at least in part, to autoimmune activity against the nervous system. There are now studies that suggest that this aberrant immune response begins in the gut. Scientists are still in the early stages of exploring and understanding the gut microbiome. This ongoing exploration will bring the link between brain and gut in sharper focus in years to come. The possibility of being able to prevent or alleviate neurologic or psychiatric conditions at some time in the future through lifestyle interventions has significant public health implications. As research into the microbiome progresses, some scientists are predicting that we may eventually be able to colonize our guts with a variety of bacteria that will not only detect disease, but eliminate it as well.
If you have a dog in your house, if you have a dog and the dog stays in the house, you're not as protected as if you have a dog that leaves the house. If a mother licks the pacifier before giving it to the child versus not licking the pacifier, the child is more protected going on. So these are real things in terms of the microbiome. In terms of the nervous system, we have data that if you affect the gut microbiome, you can actually affect microglial cells in the brain. We have data that animals get more or less EAE, the model for MS, different types of Alzheimer's related to the gut microbiome. So the gut microbiome, which is the largest immune system in the body, orchestrates so many different things. So I'm convinced, well, of course I'm working on it, but I'm convinced that it's going to be very important in the future. It's a very natural thing and will have a major influence on neurologic disease, psychiatric disease, etc.
Will there be individual changes in diet as we learn more about the microbiome?
Yes, I think that we're going to be treating people and changing diet and measuring the gut microbiome to affect neurologic disease.
Great. Thank you very much, Howard.